Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2. I'm still not calmed down after that first game. That was so awesome. And I made the mistake of rewatching the ending again on the stream delay. Those are my favorite games. And again, we may have peaked too early. Maybe the rest of the games are going to all be lame in comparison. They built us up too high, damn it. But gotta give some love to our good friend from Twitch, Logan. He just resubbed for 14 months in a row. Good way to kick off game number 2. Spawning here in the top left side of Lilac Crest. It's going to be none other than the epically well-suited player for this match, the Blue Terran, Byun.
Hello. In the bottom left, as the Teal Terran, it's Liquid Bunny.
Alright, so color's a little bit similar. I'm sure someone's going to get upset about this, and I'm sure at some point I'm going to get confused about whose Marines belong to who, but this was, I'm really, so again, like, we got the request to do a TvT only tournament, and I definitely remember saying, like, oh, are you serious, when we talked about it. It was hilarious, and I didn't think we'd go through with it, but, you know, $2,000 on the line for this tournament, $1,000 for first place, $500 for second. They've requested to remain anonymous, but the few of you guys who got together to put this money up for this tournament, I have to give you the most extended and sincere thank you. I hope everyone else who's watching this has enjoyed this as much as I have, but even just game 1 in this best of 7 finals has already set the tone for me, and I've been loving it all the way up to this point, and I didn't think I could love it more, but that game was so good.
I'm honestly surprised that out of 40, 50 plus TvTs this week, that was one of the first base races I've seen.
Yes!
Like, we've had base trades, but they ended kind of prematurely, but that was actual, like, base race, like, oh my god, they need the orbital kind of thing.
Yeah, and not even just racing against each other, but racing against time as well. I mean, for Bunny, he knew his opponent had orbitals, and he knew it wasn't revealed, so he knew, like, the pressure was on. Now, of course, I made normally, after a series like that, when there's not much on the line, and it's like a best of 3 go for StarCraft match, I love messaging players just being like, dude, and asking them, like, what their thoughts were. I made sure not to on this one. I feel like both players were probably pretty stressed out towards the end of that game. I mean, like, really stressed out.
Yeah, I refrain from just, like, saying anything like wow in the lobby.
Yeah, I just strictly said, like, are you guys ready? Okay, let's go.
I don't know if you saw Byun. I don't think he did because he joined the lobby a little bit later, but Byun actually asked if he could host the lobbies. And I was like, why? And he said, many delay. So I think he means that I'm taking too long to make the lobbies.
Well, Byun, I'm sorry, dude, but we're definitely not making close to 2,000, much less even $200 for these ads. So you're gonna have to sit through them, man. Unless you want to tip your casters. I'm just saying.
Give us some of the money we're giving you.
That should be a thing. Actually, no, it shouldn't. The one time that ever happened, I actually felt really amazing but bad about it. Still, shout-outs go to TLO.
TLO, yeah.
TLO returning a prize pool was incredibly kind and super beneficial to us.
2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude, we've been
Holy
doing this for a
shit.
while. But it was also really weird. Like, I didn't... You get like, no, this is your... You won this. Like, thank you, but... No, what? So I think actually, if Bunny was like, oh yeah, you keep 15% or something, I'd be like, no, this is your money, dude. But we got another sub coming in. This one's gonna be a big resub. And he's a big booty Crank coming in for the 17 months. Thank you, Crank! Alright, I'm gonna try unloading here towards the main. Oh, and Yosta too. Yeah, very nice.
Oh, what am I on Cyclone?
Yeah, this is actually a question where what's worse to go off on. Like, the SCVs are already pretty low. The SCVs are going to get lower with that Wood of Mine. It's unfortunately... Oh, there we go. Getting off on the Marines. Tries to pick them up. Bunny just barely not quite doing it, but does clean this up. And minimal worker loss. And most importantly, keeps the Cyclone alive. Does he know he didn't get the Wood of Mine? I hope he does.
You know what? It was getting kind of low. I thought he was focusing fire it. Maybe he doesn't realize.
I actually think that may have been the case. We'll find out in a second. I mean, he can't scan it either way. No energy, but...
Yeah, and you can't... I mean, pulling the SCVs doesn't really work either, because it's going to kill one SCV anyways.
Okay, well, that was really bad. I was going to say, if it softened up the rest, he scans and pulls the SCVs. I love it. Citizens arrest!
Yeah. The 2 Cyclones, that seems to be Bunny's kind of thing. You know, 1 Cyclone for everyone so far in TvT, but Bunny likes to get 2, apparently.
I like the way Bunny plays it, though, to be completely honest with you. Sugar Coat with a 7-month resub. Welcome back. I like the 2 Cyclones just because I think it is not only a little bit unexpected, but it is a little bit of personality to Bunny too. And that's often my biggest complaint with StarCraft. There's really not a lot of personality in the game. Like you've got Byun with his Banshees, and that's cool, but outside of that, you're just like, okay, we gotta respect the micro and blah, 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 blah. But there's nothing that really makes Byun with whatever he builds unit-wise. For Bunny, 2 Cyclones is kind of cool. I don't want to overdo it, but I think it's cool. I like it.
Yeah. For, Bunny, it's 2 Cyclones, or QXC, it's way too many Banshees. I get it.
He's tired now, Zombie Grub. You can't.
It's like
it's like kicking a man when he's down. Like, what are you doing?
QXC, like, watches some of her casts, I'm guessing, because I know that he does, right? You watch it, he's like, woman, like, that was, like, my first game of Legacy of the Void.
I know, like, you're still
just
going
back
on.
off.
All right, thank you, Myson, by the way, for another big resub. 17 months coming around. Very, very long time. Thank you. Bunker at the front might deter this because Byun doesn't actually know what Bunny has inside of it. It's just 1 Marine, though, so it's actually not that big of a deterrent. He also hides his army from the rest of that scan. Really clever. Not to give too much information away. It's subtle things like this that really... It's hard to appreciate because it's not worth commentating on a lot of the time, but I really love that Bunny... Like, when you watch him play, and even in Hot Tea did this too, like, just the little things add up. But as much as I want to focus on Bunny, Byun looking pretty nice here. He's got 51 workers over 47. A little oversaturated right now, but when he gets his 3rd command center up and running, he'll have that nice SCV train to transfer. But it is worth noting, this is about where workers tend to stop now. Like, really, and this isn't us just speaking out of our ass, from every race's matchup, every point of view, 50-ish workers seems to be the new 70. As funny as that is to say, you mine out a lot faster on these bases, so you're transferring them around more. You don't have to build the extra 20 workers to be perfectly saturated.
It's like the reverse of what's happening in real life. 50 is new 70. Look older. You don't look a day over 50. You look a day under 70. So Bunny is going to be the first one to really push out and apply some big pressure with tanks. Byun has a higher armor supply though, and a upgrade ahead of Bunny. Who went armor first? Odd.
Huh, yeah, that's a little bit interesting. I guess that'll protect first of the tanks too, not by enough to really say that's a big deal.
It doesn't stop them from being like 3-shot or whatever, so...
Yeah, it's not a critical upgrade. Maybe it's just, I don't know. We'll find out if it's effective or not. Vikings coming out of Byun as well. These... See, when tank drops were instant shots after dropping the tanks, it really, like, that meta of the game required a lot of air control, and I liked that a lot. Now we don't see Vikings much, but they are pretty important nonetheless. Siege tanks get the first shots off here for Bunny. He's going to hold the line with his Marines. Everything's spreading out, but that +1 upgrade for Byun tearing through this. He's going to pick up a tank and try and salvage it, but a big army dip now for Bunny.
Yeah, despite Byun not having combat shields, they're able to push out from there.
Okay.
Now, not having combat shields is a big deal. You're gonna get blasted, seeing all of these weak ones getting 1-shot now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, just going over this real quick. I didn't realize how much he's been ahead in income for a while. It's not like 400, but, 200, 300 per minute is a lot. 2 extra barracks, there's your 1 minute, extra round of 6 Marines, your next. Like, it's a lot of money.
Scans to see Bunny's army and also the 3rd saturation. Will be pleased to see that it's only just now getting only a few SCVs. Bunny gives up position and lets Byun in here. Oopsie.
Almost like springing a trap, but unfortunately he doesn't
combat shields it down. And he's still gonna win it. Okay.
Yeah, that's because the tanks. He had 3 tanks fighting the Marines as Bunny filtered through his own tanks. Very unfortunate, but Byun will take game number 2. Gives him a 2-0 lead here in the finals. Again, reminding everybody, it's a best of 7, $1,000 for first place, 500 for second, and I'm going to try and convince Byun to spend that money to fly to Homestark. Even if we can't go, I want Byun to go just so we can see his face and confirm a lot of rumors and like whether he's actually Byun and not some fake guy who's like putting on a Byun mask. I don't know.
Byun mask.
Yeah, it'll be like the V for Vendetta mask, but it's Byun.
Ugh.
All right, guys. Small break. See you in 2 minutes for the rest of the grand finals.